Hello, good morning, everyone. Brendan over here at Blasterworks, and yes, it's time for trash talk because it is Sunday morning, and this morning's a little bit different because I'm going out for breakfast brunch with the girls this morning, no flea market, and I also finished Lulu yesterday, the dog, so I'm gonna go drop her off at her parents' house so they can get her framed and put her on their wall. So I need to do that on the way to go pick up my friend on the way to breakfast. Yeah, and I still have to take a shower and get ready. But let's see. So we're doing the February trash, and we're going to work on next week's page. I already, finally, on time, I already journaled for last week, which again was another uneventful week, but it was a good week. And then this is going to be my center where I'm going to put pictures that I take for the month, which I haven't yet. But at least today I know I'll have a group shot of the girls. And I'm also thinking of making this page in the center of my journals like an art page. So I may create art on there. I may take the pictures of my art that I did this week, like say, for example, the Scrappy 8 challenge. And we're going to do the $5, $5 the 5-item dollar store challenge, which the prompt drops in this video. I'll announce it at the end, or whenever. I don't know. It'll just strike me whenever we're talking about it again. But I may put those kind of pictures in here, and I'm thinking I'll also maybe create an art piece. So at the beginning here, I have like some pieces that I don't use, like found trash, like this one and this, that may end up in the middle page. So for now, they're just tucked in there for safekeeping. I did do my stamping already. I rode my bike these 2 days. It rained that day into that day. So that day was when I posted that I was going to paint, and I didn't, but I did finish Lulu on time. And actually here, I'll put a picture in. So this is the finished product right here, just so you guys can see. And I imposed on the picture also, and I'm going to post on Instagram too, but the original picture that I was going off of. But yeah, so there's my journal. So then today, oops, sorry. The whole point was I was going to show you which. So today we're going to probably do this side for the week we're going into, the third week of February. And then I'll have an extra page. So yeah, so that's that. Anything else about? No. And then this is my trash. And as you see, I have quite a bit of large trash because also last week I forgot to show you this trash. This is actually from the week prior. All right, so this isn't this week's. This was from, remember I had a store meeting on Sunday. They had donuts, and you'd be proud of me. I did not eat a donut. All I asked them for was the box because I liked the graphic. So it's kind of thick. So this might be a cover, maybe for March. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just cut this out and use it inside somewhere as decoration. I'm not sure yet, but definitely maybe a cover. But I would make it to where I folded it like that, so that I could see her face. I don't want to do it like right in the middle of the circle, so I would kind of do it off-centered like that. Let's see, size-wise, yeah, that would be fine, size-wise. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. So I'm not going to use that this week though. This week's trash, or let's say last week's trash, but today's page will have this. I bought some double-sided Scotch tape, and I also got some more of this kind because I was running out. So I did that. Put that back up there. The tapes. I opened a can of instant coffee. Usually I get the other one that comes in the tall jar from Mexico, but prices have kind of gone up, and then that one's a little bit more expensive, and I didn't want to spend too much money because I drink the other coffee that I use, my little French press, the Flip Farm coffee. I'm usually drinking that, but this is just in case, like today, I wanted a quick cup of coffee. Then I used the instant coffee. This came with a piece. These are, and actually it's trash too. I just haven't taken it apart because I'm not sure this box. But it doesn't look like a happy face. I think they did that on purpose. But I got these large food storage bins. It was two of them because for rice. Because we do buy the big bags, not real huge bags, but the sort of big bags of rice. I think it's like 13 pounds. It's like, here, you buy these, And if they had them with the Ziploc on top, I wouldn't need to do that, but this one didn't. And so I needed to store it. I don't want bugs to get in there, so I bought those. So, but yeah, so I might as well show you this trash. All right, so this is for the brown rice that we got. So we have big bag of white rice and a big bag of brown rice. And I like how it shows you the difference here on the bottom of the rice. Pretty cool. But yeah, so I have that, which I'm not sure how I will use that. I may not use that today either. Maybe cover later on down the line. We'll put that over there with the big donut thing. But this was in to label the containers, but I'm not going to use it for that. So this may just go into here if I use one this week, but the rest will go into here for future use, possibly. Also at work, we had a happy National Optician Month. So all the opticians at work, we got like this little the card, and then we also got this little like fix-it case, and it has Essilor Luxottica on it, which is cute. I mean, you guys can't see it, but it's on there. So it's like a little screwdriver set. But I have my tools at work already that I use, but this would be nice to have it here at home. And it came with a little PD stick that says Essilor Luxottica on it. And the thing is, I wish I used to keep all the stuff from, I mean, I've been with this company for almost 40 years. And I used to save a lot of this stuff. And I don't know, I think as I moved and stuff, I just kind of, like tossed it. And I wish I wouldn't have. I wish I would have kept all those little gifts and little trinkets and stuff that had the Lens Crafters or Luxottica logo on it. But this one I'm going to use. I have all my little PDC. I have this one up here, and I'll have a new one. Maybe I'll just, I'll use it. So I'll put it up here on this magnet. So I have them all magnetized up there on my desk. Okay, so that was that. This is because this was a watch repair kit. And I got that because hubby has a lot of watches that need new batteries, and he wanted me to take them to the mall and see about getting all the batteries replaced. And I thought in my head, well, that's probably going to be kind of expensive. So I spent like maybe $7 on the kit, and I did spend like maybe altogether under $20 for all the batteries that we need. Plus now I have a plethora of watch batteries. I have extras. To just do it myself. So I'm going to do that. As soon as the batteries come in, I will change all the batteries in his watches. And then at work on Friday, the contact lens representative brought us lunch. I don't eat at Chick-fil-A. I did way back when I lived in Texas. We had one in the mall, and I do remember eating there. But since then, which has been over, who knows, 40 years ago or so, you know what I mean? But since then, I haven't eaten because I never was a big fan. Not a big fan of their food, but they brought lunch, so I ate lunch, and I grabbed the bag because I may use this also for a cover later, or maybe I'll just cut out and use it for decoration. I'm not sure, so that'll just go over there. And then I found this as I was riding my bike, and I'm going to cover up that, and I'll cover it. I'll blur it out whenever I do the video. But yeah, I found this. So I liked how bright it was. It was face down while I was riding my bike, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. And then when I flipped it over and I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. So of course I picked it up and brought it home. It's plasticky, so if I fold it, it may break. So I'm not sure how I'll use that. Maybe I'll just cut the letters out and some of those little flags and use that. I'm not sure yet. This was a flyer that was on my porch, and I just took this so I could cut out some of the images, like the leaves and stuff, and use that later on down the line for decoration. That will not go in my trash journal. And then hubby was cleaning out some of his stuff, and he was throwing this away, and this is from 1998. And I was like, well, let me look in here and see if there's anything I want to save, picture-wise, letter-wise, whatever, before you toss it out. And then I realized, let me go like February. Look at this year, the days are the exact same days as we are now. So March, I can actually cut this out and use the calendar because the day is on the right day. You know what I'm saying? The first starts on a Sunday, and this year the first starts on a Sunday. So I'm going to hold on to this. And then whenever I feel, it's kind of huge though, so I may have to, but you know what? I always have an extra page in the end. So I may just cut that out, fold it in half and but then I can't do a week at a time unless I just fold it this way. Yeah, I could do it that way and then fold it to where here cut it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so I figured I'd hold on to this. Some of the images are pretty cool too. I like them. Some of the graphics. So who knows? I may end up cutting. Isn't that cute? I may end up cutting some of this stuff out. I mean, for gardening for spring, that pots and the little flowers are kind of a cool image. So yeah, so I'll hold on to this again over here with the big stuff. And then let me hold on. Let me straighten out my mess here before I get all confused, because that's how I forget to show you guys trash. And then I took Wednesday, I was harvesting some of my old magazines and tossing out the rest of the magazine because I have so many and I just want to kind of downsize. But I came across this advertisement, which I thought was hilarious. All right, so that's why I cut it out. New ideas from Gebhardt's. All right, Gebhardt's. I mean, I don't know. Sounds German to me. All right, Spanish kitchen. Okay, by Helen Harvey. All right, so we have the Spanish kitchen by Helen Harvey at Gebhardt's. And then it says, for exciting mealtime adventures, use chili powder. Easy peasy. There you go. You want Spanish food? Use chili powder. Okay, that's it. No, I just thought it was hilarious. Okay, so that's why I cut that out, just to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys find it as funny as I did. And then also, since spring is coming up, I wanted to also share with you the spring 12 new do's. Look at this. So for you ladies out there, men too, if you want to, these are the new hairstyles for spring. Okay. And then they had one for me, the little tomboy look. All right, so which one should I do? I don't know. I'm kind of partial to this one up here. What do you think? Should I do that cut with my hair? I don't know. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. So another thing that I thought was kind of hilarious. Okay. So I'm probably going to cut that out, though, and keep that the little tomboy look. But anyways, I just thought that was hilarious. So I'm not going to use those in the trash. And then I also wanted to show you guys. Okay, I showed you guys my optician. What I've been doing, except, so I told you I've been kind of harvesting old magazines, and as you see, they're very old. The paper is so fragile that it tore as I was flipping the pages. The pages would tear. That's how old they are. But yeah, so I kept some of the images and letters and stuff, words here that I may use in the trash journal, and then I also separated and kept letters and words. I think this is okay. This one I think is. Okay, this one is for letters, like to do like the month, like March, April, you know what I mean? So, and some of it is recent too, like from flyers and stuff. So these are the letters that I'm going to use for the cover, like to do the months, like that. And I'm keeping them in my little copy bag from Flip Farms, but I just stuff my image on the front. And then these are like maybe quotes or anything that I might use also. And then this bag is clipped to my little chip clip over here behind me, which is becoming quite useful because anything I want to use in art projects are going back there. In fact, those large pieces may be clipped back here also, just so I don't forget about them. All right, so I think I covered all my trash and everything. So I'm going to actually take a shower real quick, and then I'm going to come back and do this. And hopefully I can create my page on camera with you guys. If I have time. If not, I may have to just create it and then when I come back from breakfast, but we'll see. All right, but hold on. I got to go take a shower and get ready. All right, I'm back, guys. Okay, so let's see if I can just do the page real quick. I'm thinking, what was I thinking? I don't know if I want to put the planner on this page because it is hard to write on this, or if I should put it on here. I think I'll put it on here because this, even though it's kind of waxy, it is still, I believe, stampable. Did I do it already? No. But I will anyway. I'm just going to put the planner days on here. So I'm going to stamp Sunday through Saturday here, the week. I'm going to use this as a pocket, I think, over here for my journal card, which will be this. And I'm thinking of just gluing this on here to write. So let's do that first. Let's glue that down over here. Hopefully you guys are in camera. Yeah, you're still in camera, so I don't have to move anything. Matte medium, or should I just use some? I'll just use matte medium. It's pretty papery enough. I think it'll be fine. Oh, you know what? Put it down with the glue stick. I'm gonna try this one. Hopefully it holds. Like I said, I'm not a real big fan of this glue. I like the size. The glue, not so much. Okay. Let's use these ladies. Probably end up sticking to this page. All right. And there was a lot of images I know many of you would have liked, and I would have sent them in Happy Mail, but they're so fragile in these magazines, they probably wouldn't have lasted. But I'm not someone that likes to use people in my works, like ladies for fashion, unless I'm doing like a challenge and I need it for the challenge. But regularly, I don't use people in my art stuff either, unless I use like my own images, like my own family, or if I draw, like mule or something, like characters. I like animals more than I like people. Kind of in real life too, I guess you could say. No offense, people. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to use this as my journal card. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Let me distress the edges later. And then this I want to use as a pocket of sorts. So I don't know if I'm just going to cut the whole thing. Actually, I think I might just do this. I would prefer it being on this side so that it's on the outside. But like I said, you really can't. This is so textured, you guys. It'd be hard to write on and stamp on for sure. You wouldn't be able to tell what the stamps were saying. So I'm going to use this here. I think I'm just going to cut him out like that and put him down as a pocket. Let's see. Kind of round it off a little bit. There's no sharp edges to snag. Give it a more organic feel also. Okay. So he'll go here. I'll use double-sided tape. I'm not going to use this part. Oh, one, because it's sticky. Oh, is he see-through? Oh, he's see-through. Oh, that's even better. Hold on. Why it was so sticky? Okay, I'm going to cut the edge off here best I can without ruining it. I didn't know he was see-through. Is that sticky? I have to clean that off. Did that just peel off? Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then, of course, you'll see, like the journal card in there also, like that. Oh, see these little things? I have to glue those down or tape them down so they don't snag everything. So it'll be kind of like that. So I'm just going to do like a tuck. I'm not going to go up on the side just in case, just to make it easier. And like I said, sorry, excuse me. Let me get some water. I wish it was on that side because I don't like stuff being able to fall out. But maybe I will go up a little bit because it seems to fit. But I'm going to be using the tape, and the tape is kind of thick. Yeah, maybe I'll just do a tuck and hope that everything stays in here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use tape on the bottom and the side. And then first let me scotch tape that down or something, because that's just going to snag stuff. I should have put some glue on here too, I know. But we'll just hope that stays. If it eventually comes up, then I'll deal with it at that time. All right. Man, Friday was a busy day at work. I'll just throw that in there real quick. I completed 72 jobs on Friday. So not only am I doing quality checks, but I do other things too. And I have to do the paperwork. I troubleshoot. I help troubleshoot. Like if a customer is having problems with their glasses, I help the associate try to figure out what it, so I'm doing other things besides just the quality checks. But man, Friday, and then I stress out because I want to get everything done before, before I leave, because I don't want to leave any jobs unchecked, but I did it, and I was tired when I got home. Tired, but it was a good tired. I felt like I accomplished something, you know what I mean? But other than that, business-wise, not too bad at work. I feel like eventually, once all these jobs come in and we get caught up on everything, I think it'll be kind of normal after that. And then art-wise, you guys know I did. What did I do art-wise this week? Oh, just Lulu, right? Or last week, I should say, not this week. Yeah, I just finished Lulu, and that was a good accomplishment, though. And other than that, not much. We're still trying to take our walks in the evening. We were walking one evening. We just kind of go up the street to the end and then turn around and come back. And a neighbor that's on the other side of the street, and I don't know her. I've never met her, never exchanged names or whatever. She was out in her front yard, and then she came walking over, and she said, oh, it's so nice to see you guys walking. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Is it because I just missed you guys? And I said, oh, no. I said, we actually haven't been, doing our part. I'm going to go ahead and tear that off. I wasn't going to at first, but it's kind of hindering. So I told her, no, you didn't miss us. We just haven't been really walking, like we should be. And then she was like, well, if you ever get tired and you need to rest, just come to my patio, grab a chair, take a break. I don't know her, but I thought that was the nicest gesture. That she, like, she doesn't know us and I don't know her. Like I said, we've never met, but I guess she sees us walking and, she can tell that we're doing some kind of a therapy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot about that down there. Okay, I need something to stick on there. Oh, I should have taken one of those. Remember, I took that piece off and I stuck it over here. Now I need something over here because of the tape. Can I tear this a little bit? Oh yeah, there's a piece right there. Let's tear a little bit of that off. And let's put a little bit of glue on it. Sorry, getting sidetracked here. But anyways, the point is that what a nice neighbor. And then at work, another neighbor that lives a few houses down on my side, he was there with his dad because his dad needed a recheck on his prescription because it was feeling kind of funny. And so I was talking to them because them I've met before. I better be careful. I'll put that in there. Them I've met before. And he's like, hey, how's Jonesy? They call him Jonesy. How's Jonesy doing? I'm like, and I told him the whole spiel. He's like, yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He said, I met him at the grocery store one time. He said, and I just told him, hey, I'm your neighbor. And he turned around and stuck out his hand and introduced himself. He goes, I just thought that was the nicest and coolest thing, because hubby can look a little intimidating sometimes. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I said, I'll let him know that you asked about him. He's like, yeah. And if you guys ever need anything, you just come knock on my door, and I'm like, what a nice neighborhood I live in. But anyways, yeah, I just thought that was the nicest thing of him to say. Kind of makes me feel like, oh, there are kind people in the world. We're just kind of hiding around, I guess. I don't know. All right. Anywho, let's see. Now, this is going to be the page I stamp. I won't put you guys through that. But let's decorate this page a little bit. And I feel like I don't want, because I'm going to have to write on it, I think I'm going to decorate from the back side since it's kind of see-through. And then whatever I put on here this way, I can always cover up with next week's trash. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to, let me see if I can peel this apart. Oh, I don't know, without breaking it. This way, I won't have to worry about this shiny stuff. Please don't break. Please don't break. Don't tear. Don't tear. But if you do, that's okay. I don't care. Because it's just trash. All right, there we go. Do I want to save that? Yeah, I might save that. Put that in my scrap pile. Okay. So this, I'm just going to glue on the back side like that. So let's see, it feels like I can probably glue it down, but not with that stick. I'm going to try this one. Okay, come back here, ladies, with your hairstyle. Let's try and see if this one will hold this. But anyways, oop. Let's see what else. Dentist-wise, the dentist did call me personally last week and said he feels like we need to do one more bite check when the teeth come back, because he's a little concerned about the bite. He doesn't want to have to file all of the teeth down just to make the bite correct. So he wants to do one more check. And he apologized profusely. And I said, hey, you know what? I would rather you check and be sure than have, uncomfortable teeth or whatever. So we're not complaining. We'll just come back in when you tell us to and do that, So that's probably going to happen next week. And then hopefully the week after or the week after in a couple weeks that he'll get his teeth finally. And then we can go out to eat and enjoy those things, go visit. We have a friend of ours we want to go visit, but we don't want to visit until he has his teeth, So, anywho, all right, so that's done. I like that. I like the way that looks here. And like I said, we'll just worry about whatever is there next week. This stuff, what can I do with this? You know what? I think I'll take one of these and put it up here. And then I'll put like the week February, blah, blah, blah through so-and-so. You know what I mean? So let's just put you up here. Should I put it in the middle? Yeah, probably in the middle, huh? You guys voting middle? Okay. We'll put it in the middle. I like how that kind of matches. Semi-middle, I can't tell. Sure, I probably should have put glue on the back of that too. Brenda, get it together. All right. All right, so then I'll just stamp the week, which I have here. But I think I'm just going to write it with a Sharpie instead. All right, so that's done. That's done. And then I just need to use this somehow. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. What I think I'm going to do is create like a stripe or something. Do I want to create a stripe? I feel like I need something on this page, but I don't want to do it on the top. I like the way this looks, and I feel like this is just too bright for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I do need to do something with it, though. Let's just cut out the stripes here. Oh, it's got like a little tag. I could use that on my journal card. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah. I mean, I'll still keep those stripes, though. I think I'll just use this as a tag on my journal card, which is actually going to go this way. So I'll put it this way. Or should I use it as a tab here? Page tab here, where it's a little. What do y'all think? God, I wish I could hear you guys screaming at me through the video. Let me just cut that out real quick. I feel like that would be cool up here in the corner too. Let's see, how would that look? Because, I feel like I have enough going on over here. Is it sticking out too far, though? I don't want it to stick out too far. No, I could do it like that. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that. I'm going to glue that there. And then maybe, that doesn't match up. Match up this way? I know, I'm anal. Well, here we go. Then I can just put that there, like that. Maybe I'll do the square one. Of course, that's not going to match up either. Let's do it like that. That's kind of off. Oh, it doesn't need to match up. We'll just put it like that. And then put the little one there. That's too much. I'm just going to stick with this little tab, and I'm actually going to cut it because I don't need the whole thing. Yeah. Simple, Brenda. Simple. Keep it simple. All right, so we're going to put it like that. I know that's there, but I don't want to kind of go past the thing here. All right, so let's glue this down with some glitter glue. How far down is that going? Left sides. Okay. So what else? Oh, Valentine's. Did you guys have a good Valentine's? I don't celebrate. I'm sure you guys know that about me by now, but I don't really do holidays. Um, of course, when you're younger, high school and all that kind of stuff, and young love, you're gonna do stuff like that. But now, I ain't got time for that. We didn't even mention it yesterday. It's like just another day. But if you did celebrate, I hope you guys had a good time. Maybe went out somewhere nice to eat, or you stayed home and cooked your own meal, took care of each other, pampered each other. Um, okay, I'm just gonna put this in my scrap bin. Oh, I should put it. I'm put it in my trash bin behind me. This I'm not going to. Just throw that out. Hold on. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good Valentine's. We just ate leftovers, trying to clean out our fridge. And then today, when I go to brunch, I'm going to pick him up something there and bring it back for him. So they have this like fish dish, milkfish. I don't know what milkfish is, but it looks like it's sliced in half, so it's splayed out, it's fried, and then it has like garlic rice and all that kind of stuff. Because I figured if we're going to go somewhere different, might as well. I'm not going to eat the regular foods. I'm going to try something a little bit different. So I think I saw mango something pancakes. And then what else? There was like an omelet, but it had chicken adobo in it. Chicken adobo, I should say, not adobe. Sorry, that's clay. Chicken adobo, something. I can't remember, but whatever it is, I'll take a picture of it and share that with you guys. But yeah, all right. So I think I have my page made. I'm gonna fold this in half and put this, because I might use these later. I'll just put that in here. All right, and then I'm going to stamp here. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. I'm just going to stamp the days of the week. And this will be my planner and my journal card. And I think we're done. And I think I went over everything. Am I missing anything? What am I missing? Oh, I know you guys are yelling at me right now. The prompt for the 5-item dollar store challenge. That's right. All right. Now remember, if you're watching this video and no one has commented yet, you're the first person. Get your prompt in there, because that's the one I'm going to do. But also, if you have more than one prompt, list them, because that'll be for our future games. Okay. But for February's 5-item dollar store challenge, my prompt for you guys: California Dreamin'. California Dreamin' on such a winter's day. Okay. Doesn't have to be because of the song. It could just be whatever. If you ever think about California, just, what comes to your mind, put that down as an art piece. So that is my prompt: California Dreamin'. Feel free to do whatever you want with your 5 items. I do have another person's 5 items here. This is Amanda's from Australia. And she got her 5 items from around the house, including the palm frond, which is on a separate picture. But those are her 5 items. All right. So she emailed those to me. So please email me pictures of your 5 items. I will include them into my videos. And then I will also include your creations. As you do them, please use the hashtag 5-item dollar store challenge. Even if you didn't go to the dollar store, that's okay. And remember, the prompt is California Dreamin'. And then whoever lists the first prompt below, that's what I'm going to be doing. And then I will later on today, once I get back from brunch or whatever, I'll post a picture of my 5 items for you guys to see, along with whatever the prompt is. Okay. All right. So now I think I've covered all my bases, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. I hope this video isn't too long. I might have to speed it up in places, but thanks for joining me today. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Tschüss.